You
I'm
can turn.
okay. I'm okay
You,
eating live.
oh, okay. I was gonna say you can turn off. You can turn off your camera. We are live on both.
Okay, let's pull up restream. Am I in the right place here? Hey,
Um,
Scott.
hey
Saw,
Sky.
saw Sky's comment. How do I orient my screen? Hey, Scott.
Huh,
Uh-oh. Was that you or me?
that was me.
Okay.
Only one issue with Restream is you can't pin comments from Restream.
Hmm. Makes sense. Banny Bunch, what's up? Sky, howdy. Flooded garage, it sucks. Sorry about that.
It does
Dappy
suck.
D, howdy. Kyle's gonna entertain you, and I'm gonna finish eating my whatever I'm eating right now.
A little seaweed.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself because I don't want people to have to hear me chew. But you will have to watch it. So maybe you can just ask me thumbs up or thumbs down questions, and I'll respond silently.
All righty then. So today is a little different than normal, as you might noticed. It's a little later than we normally live stream. It's 4 p.m. on the Pacific Coast, and it's 6 p.m. in the Central Coast. That's next time. We're trying to figure out different times for us to all kind of come together and chat. So, seeing this is better time for more heroes. But the cool thing is today is what they call an AMA. Means ask me anything, but there's two of us. So technically it's an AUA. It's an ask us anything, but you get the picture. If you look at the comment section, there's a comment section on either Facebook or YouTube. You will notice a pinned comment on both sides. The pinned comment goes to a forum. We will be using this for both our Free Journal Friday giveaway as well as the Ask Us Anything forum. So we already have 4 questions just ready to go from earlier responses. But if you have any questions, the best way to get them through is through there, because if they're in the comments, you know, Nick and I, we can get to rolling, and we'll get lost in it. So that gives you the best chance. We might still forget. So there's no guarantees in this world. Death and taxes, I guess. But aside from that, um, but yeah, how'd I do, Nick? Did I give you ample time to consume?
I have one more thing of seaweed left. I have to eat. I'll blur it out for the camera.
So while Nick is seaweeding, he's getting high on seaweed. Um, I want to hear from you guys. How was your guys' week? Right now, I'm staring at the chat, so I won't miss it. It's a guarantee. It's a Kyle guarantee. That's as good as gold. That is as good as gold in some states. In other states, it's not really worth much, but um, here on this live stream, it's good as gold. But yeah, no responses yet.
All right, I'm back. I'm
Crazy.
all snacked up. I'm ready to go.
You know, one thing about Nick, and if you don't know this about Nick, you will now, is you get a little simple carbohydrates in him. He comes alive. The guy absolutely turns it up.
I realize that's exactly what I haven't done today is eaten really any carbs. I think that's why I was so tired. Still am tired, but I have a spark of energy. So
I didn't like my background. So I'm gonna go to no background because I have a good little corner here.
true. It's a good looking corner.
It's a good looking corner.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments where no one's chatting. It's like I'm worried that this guy's here. It was Wild Week. Our yard is finally getting so very green with beautiful clover, and we were featured in the news article that was expected to be very local, but instead was a statewide focused. Wow.
That's cool. You have a celebrity lawn.
Oh yeah.
Celebrity lawn.
Jenna said breathe.
Mm.
Was I not breathing? Or is that breath? I always get those two mixed up.
Can it be both? Right?
I don't know. So here's the thing about the game Breath of the Wild, right? That threw a new word into the situation that gets me even more confused. You
Red.
have breathe, breath, and breadth. It's a lot of different options. I'll picture the whole family.
That's cute.
Your yard got contaminated. Yep. Breathe is E, breath is no.
Mm.
Is it a corner or a nook? You know, honestly, it's actually more of an office, to be honest. I know that it doesn't look that way, but I think it's more of an office.
Mm.
If you look this way, you'll see that there's like my kitchen's right there. So it really is like a cutout of my apartment for an office space.
Yeah. Would you say so a nook would be for reading? Would a corner just be for being in trouble?
Can a nook be used for more than reading? I think that's where my concern is.
I think so. Give a breakfast nook. Here's one thing about nooks. There's nothing but good things happening in them. You know, they only
I don't know. I don't know. Because here's the thing, a nook by itself, people love it, right? If something's stuck in a nook and cranny, not good.
well, I'm gonna stop you right there. That's Big Cranny coming out and calling the good name of every nook.
Okay, so we think that big cranny is a little bit oppressive over nook.
Cranny is a bunch of crooks, and nooks are a bunch of I don't,
Yay rules.
yeah. Nooks is it's just such a great, it's a cute little word, and I think it means something positive in my head. Cranny, it's a little rough around the edges, you know? Feels a little like a
Yeah,
waiting situation. And so I'm gonna say Team Nook all day. Nooks, no crannies. Because here's the thing: people say Nooks. Nooks gets used on its own.
it's true.
Cranny? Who's saying just crannies? Oh, I think it's one of those crannies. No.
Yeah, you're right.
Crannies has always rode the coattails of Nooks.
It's a bit of a parasitic relationship. It's like nooks are thriving by themselves, and cranny just like attaches itself and sucks away all the goodness from the nook.
It's a leech.
It's a leech. I want to give Sky a moment here because this is crazy. So dioxin from a nearby treatment plant. They tested it and they dug up the whole thing 6 inches down. We were the first of 7 yards to be done. That's
Whoa,
crazy.
that sounds intense.
Working on the last touches for my daughter's Hamilton themed party for tomorrow. I went
That's
overboard.
so cool.
Jenna,
Is
I want to know what is the age of your daughter?
Yeah,
And just is your daughter really into American history or Lin-Manuel Miranda? Because I feel like it's okay to be both, but I feel like more people are actually Lin-Manuel fans than they are Alexander Hamilton. Is that fair?
I actually don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
Sky, I'm glad that you're safe of the situation that you're on the tail end of that. That can be really dangerous and scary. She loves singing the songs from Hamilton. Okay, so we're more Lin-Manuel fans. Has Lin-Manuel Miranda done anything big since?
Did a few movies, didn't he? Did In the Heights, I think. Um, did some voiceover work. Know that. But I think that people got a little sick of him. I think that he was a classic case of he just got so famous because of Hamilton. Hamilton was everywhere, and he has such a particular style of like speaking and singing and like theatrical sing-songing that it is very much like his brand of it. And I think people have like they kind of started making fun of it. But I think he's still, you know, he's seen in a good light.
Yeah.
He's more of a nook than a cranny, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely more of a nook than a cranny. Can that be a saying? Could that be, is that strong enough to be a saying? Like
What
if
is
someone,
what does it take to make what does it take to make a saying?
if someone's overstaying their welcome, could you say that they are being a cranny and they're crannying your nook?
Saying that you're really crannying my nook is actually really good. You're crannying. It's just hard to say crannying. Makes you want to say cramp my style. It's just
Yeah.
your cranny in my nook is it's a good one. I might try that out this weekend. You know, if someone's bothering me, say, hey,
Hey man, you're kind of craning my nook right now. Or
honest, what would probably be sound better. I hate to say this because I did just dunk on crannies. See, if you say you're cramping my cranny, pretty
that's
good.
good.
Someone's like crowding your space a little close to you. It's a very dad way of just being like, hey, you're cramping my cranny here. You know?
You know, I will say this when I hear you say cranny, I I think I hear it now and I say it myself too. It's not just the way you're saying it. I think it's just the word hearing it, cranny, crannying. It sounds like crayony, like it's like a crayon like cranny,
Crayoning.
cranny.
Crayoning.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Some riveting stuff.
anyways, I got four questions on our AMA right now.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna choose the order I want to put them in. And this is gonna be out of order a little bit.
Okay.
But the first question was, how do you two use the SideQuest decks in your personal lives? P.S. Really enjoyed the SideQuest deck video.
Really enjoyed the side quest. What?
Really enjoyed the SideQuest video.
Ah, nice.
How do you use the SideQuest deck, Nick Vitellaro?
Um, honestly, the most recent time I used it that I think is a fun story is when Kyle was in town when you were visiting me. Um, yeah, we drew a card, and the card told us to go outside, find a rock, draw a face on it, and give it a name. And it took it probably took 15 minutes. And it was like probably one of the silliest things I've done in a long time. That's what I liked about it.
Still have it.
It's very silly. I absolutely still have it. It's on my entertainment, it's on my console. It's like front and
Titus.
center. His name's Titus.
Yeah.
Um, and I just have a rock from outside with a face on it just in my house as decoration. And I kind of like it. And if someone's like, and there has been someone who's like, is that a rock? I'm like, it is. They're like, why? And then I can show that I just show them the card because I still have the actual side quest card out because I like completed it. It felt good. Pretty silly.
Remember, we actually used body wash on the rock. So we know the rock's clean.
Oh yeah. That rock, I'll tell you what, we washed every nook of that rock.
Yeah. No crannies.
We didn't touch the crannies.
Couldn't catch me touching a cranny.
No.
Um, So I will say this. One of the interesting things on the SideQuest deck is like Nick and I genuinely made the Hero's Journal for a desire that we had when we made it. Like we were just both like, wouldn't it be cool to have a notebook and kind of organize your life with, but also was fun and exciting? That was the whole thing. That was the whole premise.
Whole thing, yeah.
And then we made it, and we made it for ourselves. And I've done 3.5 now. Nick's done 6, 7, 4, 5.
Heroes? Yeah, I think I'm on my seventh.
And so we have used that product the most of any of them because that one was specifically made for like our needs and wants and tailored to kind of like our specifications. If you want to look at the SideQuest deck, you got to go talk to Tanya Lumen. Tanya Lumen came to us with the idea for the SideQuest deck and had already been kind of like playing with it a little bit for herself. And we really kind of ran with her. We kind of ran with what her vision for it, and heroes have loved it. And so like for me, I find myself reaching for my GOI journal more than I find myself reaching for the deck. But yeah, so like maybe I start using the deck more, but it really the SideQuest deck really was the goal.
Mm.
The journal was the SideQuest deck was just kind of like has been something we've done to like serve heroes. And you guys have loved it so much, but I wouldn't say that scratched a specific itch for Nick and I.
Yeah.
The planner, I actually think the planner is a new one because of just the sheer power of the planner. I think the planner is the most powerful product. You can like tame the most chaos with that one thing, right? The journal, like it kind of forces you to like truncate your schedule a little bit. Like, okay, what are the 3 tasks I'm gonna do? You
Mhm.
could fit every thought, like every task, everything you're worrying about for a week in the planner pretty easily.
Yeah.
So that one's definitely like that's like the Hemi of the Heroes Journal products.
The Hemi.
Um,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah,
haven't used the planner a ton, but I'm excited. I used it a little bit. I really enjoyed it when I did.
it's true. Do you have a favorite SideQuest deck?
I think the multiverse cyclist deck's the coolest to me. Um,
Yeah, me too.
I love like the different kind of categories. Um, I love the art is so cool. It's also the newest. You know, I'm a victim of the moment, dude. I've always been this way.
Well, I would always recommend the multiverse deck at this point because there's just more borders. It has 13 borders. The other ones only have 4 right now. We're gonna go back and update them at some point. But yeah, the
Yeah.
old side quest.
The next question is, what's the next big project? And I can actually show people that because I have a pretty good show off place. Do you agree?
I think so. I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
What about mini quests?
Oh yeah.
So for a long time at the Heroes Journal, we have been trying to figure out ways to like help people with specific quests. Um, whenever people need it. Like Nick and Kyle can come on a live stream and we can give kind of decent advice here and there. But we wanted to kind of meet people where we're at. So we're starting this idea. We talked about it a little bit a few weeks ago, this idea of mini quests. Um, as you all know, the journal is broken up into 13 7-day sections. And so the idea of a mini quest is you join a module and you get to do a certain mini quest for a whole week in your journal. We'll have daily videos and there will be options for you to like chat with other heroes who are doing it. And to kind of help re-engage you or start a quest, whichever one comes first. So right now, we have the um we have the rough draft of our first mini quest. Can they see it? Can you see it? Nick, what can you see?
It just says you started sharing your screen, but I can't see anything. Here we go.
All righty. So the first mini quest is a walking mini quest. I started off with like 15. You started 15 minutes of walking to 30 minutes of walking. I didn't want to like make it this super like intense thing where you have to walk for like 3 hours in the last day. I wanted you to have like some time to either get outside or get on the treadmill and just start walking. So you'll see here, there's a video each day.
Each day. So first, what is a mini quest?
Right? What is a mini quest? I could be kind of meta right now. Anyways, we're working through this and we want to get this live for Heroes really soon. But I think it's a really fun and exciting idea to have kind of like these little mini quests to help people reinvigorate their journaling and also, in this particular case, their walking. And I will say, I'm gonna get rid of some of the surprise. On the walks, I also give you prompts of things to think about, and they are tied directly with the journal so that you can kind of come back home and write down some things in the journal that you thought about on the walk. So that's something I'm working on. I think that's some pretty good beans. I don't know. Do you think that's good beans, Nick?
Yeah, I think for eagle-eyed heroes, they got a bit of a sneak peek into this new platform that we're building the mini quest on. So we're very early stages now, but we're excited to have kind of a hub for anyone who wants to do a mini quest and we're going to make more mini quests. So not just walking, it'll be, one for creativity, one for meditation, maybe one for lifting weights, whatever you guys want to do. We can kind of do one together and kind of build these modules together. But yeah, we are putting together another kind of place to have more online community and more tools, more resources for heroes if they hit a hard place in their journal or just like need a little bit of a variety. And so there's some big beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say about this is we've done some hero calls in the last few months, and we realized, and maybe you guys all have a moment in your life where you've realized this. But there's like a certain point in using Hero Journal products where it just like clicks. Like the fact that you are the hero of your life and the products themselves, the systems that they are, just make a lot of sense. And we're trying to help people get to that place. Because once you start to understand the tools in a way that you just kind of clicks, it allows you to do more with the tools. So we're trying to give people motivation to get to that 40-day, 50-day period, so that you can kind of get used to using these products and not only organizing your life, but treating yourself like a hero. I think that's the biggest thing, is just fodder to treat yourself more like a hero every single day.
Yeah. Excited. Cool.
What is your favorite storyline?
I go back and forth. I think I really like all of them. I like all of them for different reasons, honestly. I know that's not really a good answer. But I think probably Legend of Astoria is, I'm a high fantasy person. And the thing that's special about Legend of Astoria it's not just that it was like the first one we did. We iterated on that one the most. So I sat with like that storyline for the longest before, like when we first, published that, it was like 5 different pages. It wasn't like every day didn't change. And so I like that, like we had to like dig deeper into this world, and like it was fun to kind of like tease it out. And then once I knew that it was locked in, like for the Legend of Astoria storyline, we're able to kind of replicate that same skeleton for IMA and GOI. And so I don't know. LOI just it's got a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I mean, like you have Lord of the Rings tattoos.
It's true.
I would say. So I have two answers, and that's not fair because we only have four storylines. But I have two answers. I think the funnest storyline is the Heroes Planner. It is so fun. It's like so like I almost want to see it in a journal one day just because I like how like crazy and hectic it is. And I like the way that the journal tells the story a little bit more than I think that the planner does.
Yeah.
That's more by the nature of what a planner is versus like a weekly planner is a lot slower version of telling a story that you can tell every day versus once every 7 days.
Mhm.
Like we thought we made the slowest version of a flip book with the journal, and then we made a slower version with the planner.
It's true. We're
Uh,
gonna do a calendar next. We'll just get slower and slower, a monthly calendar.
yeah. But I think GOI is my favorite. I think that GOI, like the gloves kind of came off a little bit after IMA. I feel like there was this fear of being like serious enough that we would be taken seriously as like a business. You know what I mean? Like when we were making the first one.
Yeah.
And then IMA, like we actually started making GOI before IMA.
Mhm.
Um, but I think IMA allowed us to like, I think once we decided on the being a mouse, castle mouse, and we
Yeah.
like we like switched perspectives. I think that was like the beginning of us being silly, like truly silly. Um, and then I think GOI benefited from that with like the pod racing and like all the different characters, like the Fuzzlebugs lore, um, all that stuff. I think that the GOI has the best characters. Like the Fuzzlebugs, Cords McDurgle, Booster, the Planters, dude, left-handed plusher, Planter, dude.
Yeah, we definitely
Cal-
went really deep on the lore for all GOI. Maybe even too deep, some would say, if there
I
is
mean,
such.
like that's Ryan's fandom. You know what I mean? That's his home court advantage.
That's true. He's a Star Wars guy, so he really did love doing that. But honestly, so I'm going through a Spellbound edition. I'm going through the IMA storyline right now. I think I'm on the Brooms course, so I'm kind of maybe about halfway through. I don't know. There's something very charming about IMA that I've always really liked. There's kind of a cutesiness to IMA that doesn't exist in GOI as much
Yeah.
or in LOI. Um, Something just very cozy about IMA that I just have always loved. And I think it plays into the favor of, having a journal that's supposed to be kind and supposed to be non-judgmental, supposed to be an easy, safe place for you to open up and write down your things that you want to do. And so I don't know. I love them all. I really do. I think that we need to make a new one. That's been my thought recently.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that there's one of those. I think I saw a question that someone had asked us about that.
Yeah. The next question in the AMA was well, I guess we could kind of talk about the next big project to that lens of what we would think of for another storyline. Do you want to talk
Yeah,
about that? I mean, you want to keep that a secret for a little longer?
the idea for a new storyline.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really spilling any beans because we don't have any. We haven't started working on anything. Like, we don't even have early concept art. So um, we're pretty far away from this. So I don't want people to hear this and get their hopes up. This is just purely us ideating at this point. Um, Traditionally, we have typically considered our four storyline to be something in the neighborhood of like, martial arts, anime, um, Avatar, Dragon Ball, something, Kung Fu Panda, kind of take from these inspirations, and kind of go the path of, the warrior who has to train under the master who has to defeat the big bad. Um, that's a pretty classic hero's journey tale.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we can make a really cool universe and have you kind of go through that experience. I think it's just like a perfect, it's a perfect metaphor for what it means to grow and to change and to become like a better version of yourself. Like that's very much what happens in those films, and so are those stories. So I don't know. That's kind of where my heart's been at. That or a Western. I would just love to do like a full on yeehaw Western, just like hit all the classic tropes of like Western movies. And I don't know. I think after seeing like Steam Gear Frontier and the Heroes Planner, I just like love that world. Like I want more of the like outlaw poker game, imposter, like train robbery. I think that's like a fun and exciting kind of world.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that we could do a really cool steampunk western, and we could do desert pirates, kind of like Mad Max kind of style situation. Um,
Yeah.
people want pirates, but I feel like a whole pirate journal would be tough. But
I
like,
so here's my thought about I've always wanted to do a pirate section of a journal.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, we could do like a sky pirate steampunk western like scene.
That's true. I was kind of thinking for like the martial arts
Uh,
kung fu. Like I think there could easily be it's almost like I think of it like the in GOI on Comets can on the cantina.
yeah,
Where we meet Corgs McDurgle, and there's like that race, and it's very much like Act Two, like we stopped here, we got a better ship, we had to win a race, going to the cantina, just like I like that like Act Two placement where it's like you kind of meet a new ally, probably on this like pirate ship little excursion. You learn a kung fu move or something like um you get to sail the high seas. You learn about water. I don't know. I think it's like a fun little nod to like to the pirate thing without having to go full pirate.
fair.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Would you have sky pirates or kung fu pirates?
that's a good question. Because we could do the whole Avatar thing as well. Like, yeah, you get to like learn something from the water in order to like beat the final big bad. You know,
Mm,
I feel like that's how like anime normally does water. Is you have to like learn something from the ocean. There's the whole like metaphor there, like the ocean's the most powerful force in the world.
yeah.
You get to learn that in order to overcome the second most powerful, which is probably the big bad.
Yeah. Flow like water, something like that.
Um, Obviously, I want a Miami Vice journal. It's still not happening. I haven't, guys. It's been 6 years and I've gotten no traction on the Miami Vice journal. Um,
Honestly, you should have really pushed for it with the planner. I think
yeah,
we could have done it. We could have easily done a Miami Vice Otherworld.
that's my
What?
issue. I don't want to settle, dude. I'm not settling for a 4 page. I want a whole journal of
That's
like
a problem. You got to compromise, man. I mean,
monkeys with banana guns, dude.
I think it's a great four panel. I think it's a great four panel story. I don't know if I want to see 13 chapters.
Dude, you don't understand how captivating that storyline can be.
It's fair. I mean, who knows? Maybe we end up doing it one day and it's a hit. But
Here's what it is. It's monkeys with banana guns, and they're trying to stop the guy who's crushing up almonds and snorting it.
oh my god. So not only is there a gun reference, there's drug references too,
No, there's banana gun references and almond references.
and almond dust.
Yes.
Man.
I'm just saying, guys, we've decided that we're going to be a little bit more. So we're doing a live stream RPG next week.
Yeah.
And we are aware that when we start to think creatively, some swears might come out. And we've given the people who are playing the freedom to say some swears.
We've sworn on the live before.
I know, but like not at the volume that I think could happen in the RPG next week.
That's a good point.
And so I'm just getting out ahead of it. That we've decided that potentially more swears are okay from the Heroes Journal as an overall brand. Because to be honest, Kyle and Nick were a little bit potty mouths.
Yeah. We
Would you
keep
say
it
they're
PG-13, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're not like, I wouldn't say that we're quite sailors
No.
to go back to the pirate reference from earlier.
Yeah.
But I would say that we're not as clean cut language wise as we are in the live stream typically.
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry, Ace, that sucks.
Yeah, next week we're going back to the Legend of Astoria storyline, I believe. And Ryan is going to be the dungeon master, so he'll be doing all the voices. And then we convinced our new CMO, who is I think in his 40s or 50s, to play D&D for the first time. We also convinced Natalie, one of our new heroes, the Heroes Journal, to also play for the first time. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We made our characters earlier this week.
Should I show them off?
Yeah, do we have the artwork?
This is great promo time for the live stream.
Yeah. We made some fun characters. We made Kyle made like half of a new character, and I started all the way over from years ago.
All right.
See why people, when they play D&D, they get attached to their one character because it's hard to just come up with a new character.
All right, because I've already been told it's making half a character. I'll show mine first. We'll start timid.
He was too afraid, I think, that's what you said, right? You're too much of a scaredy cat to make a new character.
So this is Trashbeard 2.0. Trashbeard 2.0. So Trashbeard's issue is Trashbeard accomplished their goals. They overcame this. They overcame all their obstacles and they became king of the seas. But like most of us who are overcome by the dream to be this powerful, Trashbeard realized that it's actually not what he wanted and was overthrown in a massive mutiny and has traveled back in time to warn Trashbeard 1.0, his former self, to about the peril of becoming the king of the seas. So anyways, Trashbeard 2.0, a lot of fun things going on with Trashbeard 2.0, but this is the concept art. I think it's really cool. Alrighty. Next up, we have Nick.
Now, I don't know what my character's first name is going to be quite yet, but I know his last name is going to be Hairbender. So as you can tell, Hairbender is a Gaul. Hairbender has a little vest on. And most importantly, Hairbender's got a whole lot of hair because his ability is he can do stuff with his hair. Grow his hair out really fast. He can take a whole bunch of damage or block a whole bunch of damage with his hair. I think he can like lift up heavy things or rip a gate door open or whatever with his hair. I guess we'll kind of find out what he's able to do. But I thought it'd be funny to have kind of a big oafish Gaul who, instead of using his muscles, he used his hair. That was kind of funny. So we'll see how Hairbender does. But that's my character this time around. Pretty exciting.
And next we have Josh's character.
Is it it's just the Grooven Grizzly? Is that the name?
Proven Grizzly.
Grooven Grizzly. This, I hate to say this, it is by far the best character portrait. I mean, it's so vivid. It's everything you'd think it would be with a name like Grooven Grizzly.
Yeah. So, fun fact about Josh: Josh is a father, and he choreographed a dance and surprised his daughter who was doing dance lessons. And we love that story so much. We were like, "You should be a dancing bear." He said, "Got it." So,
Incredible.
dancing bear.
Fantastic. And then I think we have Natalie's character,
And Natalie's character,
right?
we don't know the name yet.
Was it? It wasn't Vivi. What was it? I don't remember. But anyway, this is Nat's character. So from what I've gathered, Nat has these two dogs, kind of like sled dogs. And wherever Nat's character goes, she organizes things. That's
Yeah.
like her superpower, is like things get organized. And I kind of like that as like a magical ability that everything she touches organizes itself. And I'm curious to see what Ryan does with this, because I could see Ryan being like, her weakness is a place that's like super, torn apart. Like she has to organize something.
Or her weakness would be a place that's already organized.
Yeah, that could be true. Maybe she meets someone who's more organized than her.
Ooh. Oh,
I don't know. We'll see what Ryan does. Pretty fun. Pretty
yeah,
fun.
those are the 4 concept arts so far.
Yeah. And then we have one more.
That's not done yet.
That's not done yet. James G just said Harry Hairbender, and I want to hate it. I don't. Harry Hairbender, it's so on the nose that it just kind of works.
Yeah. Also, but Shauna said Abe so short for abdominal hairbender.
Abe Hairbender. The name's Abraham Hairbender.
How do you feel about changing it to Steve Herringbender?
I'm not a big enough fan of just Stranger Things. But I thought about just naming him Harry Styles for a second. And that felt pretty lazy. So I went with Hairbender. I was gonna name him Michael Hairbender, like Michael Fossbender, but that's a weird reference, and I'm not necessarily that big of a fan. But
All right, Nick, I got 2 quick ones for you, 2 quick answers back to back. I don't even need to dive in here. I guess I could dive in on the second one. So, but the first one is, when are we getting a Baby Pang plushie? I know the answer.
You know the answer?
Yeah.
What is it?
Probably never.
Why probably never?
Well, we just did the biggest Baby Pang release already, so we would have probably launched it with that. And
That's fair. I wouldn't say probably never. It's definitely possible that we do a Baby Pang plushie. We'll see how Snowfall Pass does over time, I think.
probably not soon.
Yeah, probably not soon. We spent a lot of our plushie dollars making the Baby Trike plushie. It being a bigger plushie, expensive, but it's fun to make. I'm really proud of that one.
The next question was, what's the next color?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about the next color. We did technically just release Snowfall Pass. Is there a color that you guys are thinking about that you've always wanted that we haven't done yet, or maybe one that you want us to bring back? What about you, Kyle?
What I'm realizing is this journal's like the exact same color as my orange panel.
I was picking up on that. Yeah.
Oh, I have 2 orange panels on my wall now. Anyways, what color would I like to see? I mean, we got my baby blue. I love pastels, so I got that. Honestly, I've been really digging the Pantone idea of doing 3 different Pantones of the same color.
Oh, like a gradient almost, or
A gradient for the three storylines, and doing like a
see.
light to dark or a dark to light. I thought that was really cool. All linen, so it'd be like, um, and I was thinking about doing it in green. So I was thinking about having like a light green for IMA, and then having almost. The problem is we already have Alba green for LOI, and I was gonna think like a really dark green for GOI.
Hmm.
And we call that one like planter, like the Florestina kind of situation.
I could see that.
You can also do purples with potions purple.
Yeah, Amy just brought up lavender or lilac,
Yeah,
and I'd love to do a lavender journal.
yeah.
Be a really fun color. I love anything purple.
Also,
Laura said lime green.
this color on my iPad, I love this color.
Yeah,
I think if we can make this color for a journal, that'd be amazing.
a mauve. Actually, probably not mauve. Mauve's darker than that, I think.
Yeah,
Lime green. What do you think about lime green?
I'm a green guy. You know that.
But like lime green,
I think it'd be kind of a fun journal.
I could see like
Lime green. It would look like Kermit the Frog to me for some reason. I don't know why the gold makes it Kermit the Frog, but it does.
So I would love to do a sea foam green.
Okay.
Lime green is very, very green.
So
Yellow, actually.
Christy Dixon, we kind of did make a powder blue, to be honest.
Yeah, we kind of did.
And if you're really interested in powder blue, go check out the Snowfall Pass pre-order because this is as close to powder blue as I think we'll ever get.
And for those who pre-ordered Snowfall Pass, they should be in the warehouse soon.
Yes.
I want to put an exact time on it, but I would say no longer than 3 weeks. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're on their way. But yeah, Snowfall Pass. It's on the website now. You can pre-order it. Pretty exciting. You could also enter to win it today. Free Draw Friday. For free. Yeah, what else? What other colors have we never made?
So I have a dream of not just making different color, but doing different foiling color. So instead of it being gold, it being like a silver, or get the same color as the background. I think doing like a black linen journal with black foiling would look really cool.
Some dark side, some
Yeah.
Sith energy. I think it'd be cool to do a totally different. Like, I think it'd be cool to do a design on the linen cover. So make like a literal baby Pang on the cover of a hero's journal, or make the climbers, or make the castle mice or something like printed, on the linen. Really cool. It would definitely change the feel a little bit, but like, I don't know. Or you could do patterns even that would really switch it up, like a checkered pattern or something on a hero's journal. I think it'd be cool.
So the real the biggest thing here is that we want to cut down our evergreen colors, no pun intended, and be able to offer more colors over the course of the year.
Yeah.
We want to have like 2 options available at all times, whether it be like Wildwood Green and the Adventure Edition, and then we want to be able to drop other ones over the course of the year. So we would drop a pink one in LOI or something like that. And we'd be like, it's around until it sells out. And then we would do another one just for funsies.
Yeah.
Keep things exciting for y'all.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
And then if people love them, they might come back around again later. Who knows?
It's true. Can't believe you said cut down our evergreen options. You could have said deforest or
Yeah. What's the thing that they do that's really bad? Clear cutting.
Yeah.
Watch out for clear cutting. It's really not good for the environment.
No.
Cool. We have 11 minutes left. We can answer one more question, or we can do brag o'clock. What do we think we should do?
What do you guys want? What do you guys want? We can answer one more question, or we could do brag o'clock.
Bragacini clockindinis.
Sky says brag o'clock. That's one vote. Only one person has voted. So that's 100% for brag.
We'll go till 4:50. We got three votes.
Oh, we got
One for one more question. We got about 30 seconds until we decide. What shall it be? Will one more question give a late surge? Nope. We got no. All right.
I
So,
think brag.
so Nick and I now look at the chats and they're combined. So what we're gonna do is type in brag and then a colon. Brag, colon, and then type your brag. That way we can see what is a brag and what is not a brag. That way they all get hit. So yeah, I'll even type it in the chat here. You can even copy and paste what I write if you would like. Brag, colon. And on Facebook, you could even respond to that, and it'll probably just say, I know it'll probably say responding to the person's name.
All right. Let's let these brags pour in.
Remember, brag colon.
Are we gonna do the random drawing for Free Journal Friday still?
Yeah, that was why we had time for one question or a brag. Because brags will probably take 3 to 5 minutes.
My thought was we could do something different today and we could give it to a brag.
Oh, we can just decide.
Give it to a bragger today.
But I feel like that kind of makes it seem like that one brag is created higher than another brag.
It does.
But all brags are the same. All brags are worthy of bragging about.
Of course. Of course. But you know, sometimes, actually, maybe just this one time, I think it'd be kind of fun to handpick someone. You don't have to.
What if they can all consensusly decide who is the bragalocious? And if by the time 5 o'clock hits, if there's no consistent decision, then no one gets a journal.
It's just jury duty.
Yeah. It's like our live stream is turning into a Mr. Beast video.
No, what just happened?
We're just letting those brags fly in.
Yeah, let's start chipping away.
All right. I think Laura Jones is the first one. Brag. Helped my parents move. That's incredible. Moving is difficult. And the fact that you're able to be there for your parents is really awesome.
Sky mentioned earlier, her brag being that she was mentioned in an article this week, statewide article. The other brag is that they got their garden going. And they have a sunflower circle for the kids to play in.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Rebecca said, we're moving and I have packed so many boxes. Once again, moving is really difficult. And packing boxes hurts my brain. So that's really cool that you did it.
Banny Bunch on YouTube said, made progress on my quest. If you would be okay, Banny. What quest do you want? I'd love to hear about it.
Michelle has completed the first four chemotherapies. On Monday, I started a new medication, combo chemotherapy, which will last 12 weeks. Keep pushing. You're doing so great. Thank you so much for the update.
I really appreciate you. Thank you for that. That's a good brag. Devorah said, I baked bread, which was weird since I've gone low carb. That was great. That sounds wonderful. I feel like making a loaf of bread. It's gotta be real Gotta be a real pat on the back, you know?
That's how I feel about my recent sobriety, but also liking to make drinks. You know?
Your mocktail journey.
Yeah. Ace said, brag on I get my dishes and I clean the toilet because I'm really sick. Wow.
Chris said I started Duolingo and have a 19-day streak so far. Christy, I don't know if you see this. I bet you do. And the Heroes Corners, heroes love posting their Duolingo streaks. I've seen some big ones.
Oh, yeah. Terry, packing to take my sons on Scout summer camp this week. A continuation. Missed the last two because of COVID, then unexpected hospitalization last year. Terry, that's amazing. I'm glad to hear that you're back. You're back at it.
Love to hear it. James G said, not my brag. My motorcycle hit 33,000 miles.
I do think it's a brag. A
think
little
it's a
bit.
brag.
Riding
Yeah.
a motorcycle for 33,000 miles. That's a core workout.
It's true. I was gonna say that, but I was like, well, maybe dude, he get it at 0 miles. I don't know, but either way, riding a motorcycle is always a brag. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous, but it is a brag.
That's the brag.
Rachel said, my new intern started this week and I'm spending a lot of time getting her set up and comfortable in her projects. Today, she told me she's genuinely excited to come to the office. I love mentorship brags. Mentorship is one of the most important things and you're doing a great job.
Love it. Okay, I think Shauna said, okay, Shauna has a brag. My children haven't taken my sanity yet. Good brag, despite their best efforts during the summer break. I started to get back into exercise after breaking my wrist. I get to go on a 2-week vacation to Japan next year. I've been dreaming about going for 25 years.
Wow.
That is incredible.
Great brag.
Good brag. I've always wanted to go to Japan as well. Stick in there with the kids. Good for you for getting back into exercise after an injury. That's never easy.
Sky said, Lucy wanted me to brag about her reading. She got a book at the library yesterday and finished it before we were done with the next errand. Wow. That's a speed read. Great job, Lucy. All right. So we talked about nominating a hero. I want to nominate Shauna to get a free side quest deck because Shauna's kids are for summer and that just has a bunch of stuff to distract the kiddos. So that's my suggestion. You guys can disagree in the comments, but that's my nomination.
I think it's great. I think it's a perfect gift for the summer. You know, a lot of the side quests are free. You could make your kids race each other, do different side quests at the same time, do different chores. You know, you could stack the deck a little bit and be like, wow, the mentor has you guys cleaning the bathroom today.
It's crazy.
Crazy how that happened. You know, whatever you can do to fill that summer vacation time for free, for cheap at least. So I'd be okay with that, Kyle.
That's my nomination. We have to get some retweets from the people in the chat, but
I see no protesting so far.
I just think it's a wonderful idea. Okay, we got one. I think I need at least 3 people to agree. I feel like that's fair.
I don't count, right?
Yeah, you don't. Because we have 12 people in it. So I feel like I have at least 25% of those people agree. The live streams that we're trying to make them regular again. Yes. We missed you guys. And yeah. Devora said, Terry said, sure. Amy said, I approve.
I think we have the green light on this one.
We do. Sky wants to see the wheel of names though. So I'll type in the wheel. We can spin a wheel.
It's for Sky though. It's not for Kyle, it's for Sky.
All righty. So we're going to give Shauna a side quest deck of their choosing, but we are going to spin this wheel. I want everyone to guess what number they think it's going to land on, 1 through 10 in the comments. My vote's 4.
I got 8.
Wow.
Man.
For anyone out there, get voting for 6. What a time to be alive. Oh, Devora got 6.
Oh, we should just have a live stream that's only people guessing numbers.
So a game that my girlfriend and I play is we'll get a deck of cards and we just try to guess the exact card that's coming next, and we'll just keep going until we get it. And then it comes to a point where you just start saying 10 of hearts, just 10 of hearts, 10 of hearts, 10 of hearts, 10 of hearts, and you're bound to hit it. But it's so fun.
Is this a situation where this is the new way to do the giveaway? Because here's how I'm thinking about it. You roll, you have a number, you have a wheel like we just had. You ask the heroes to guess what number. If they're right, then you take those winners and you move them forward to the next round.
We do a whole, like, the whole live stream is like, it's like different stages and different challenges. It's like ride the bus. And we don't stop until we have a winner. But today we do have a winner. Today we have Shauna, because Shauna's getting a side quest deck for the summer. Send me an email at support@theheroesjournal.co and with which specific side quest deck you'd like, and we'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But until then, thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Until Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 Mountain, 3 Central, 4 Eastern. We are live streaming our RPG on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all.